quick little rant warning. It's going to be about 6 minutes long. You do not have to listen to it, but just things I had to get off my chest. So I need everyone to understand that elected officials are public servants. This isn't a game of football, basketball, baseball. There's no this is my team, this is who I root for to win, because if there's a winner, that means there's a loser, and if there's a loser, then that means someone is disenfranchised in this system that is pretty much losing their rights of some sort, okay? So the team somehow, instead of being like, here's government, here's the American people, we want the American people to win, has now been like this weird divide of, ooh, no, we like this government and we want to make sure they only do the things we want them to do, and we want to also at the same time, we want to make sure they take away stuff from these people we don't like. When was that a thing? When was that a thing? That's not, no. There's always going to be stuff you don't like about government, 100%. There's also going to be rules like, oh, why can't I go 100 miles an hour down the freeway? Well, because that's illegal. And there's some people out there, or at least there used to be, that was like, this is America, I can do whatever I want, blah, blah, don't tax me, man. And for some reason, that kind of side of things, those conservative types have just gone crazy and said, instead of being the party of small government, I want to be the party of big government. Get into our lives as much as possible, control every little thing about it, because you're just saying the stuff that I'm agreeing with. And they're not understanding, if you allow the government to control those things, then at some point it's going to shift and it's going to start taking away the things that you like. But you told them it's okay to control that, whether it's women's bodies. As soon as you get rid of your right to privacy, which is what happened with the overturn of Roe v. Wade, that wasn't an abortion case. That was a right to privacy issue. So you've given up your right to privacy so that between whatever's happening between you and this doctor is your private stuff. And so now that's going to keep getting exploited, right? The government's going to say, because a lot of people would sit there and say, well, why would the government want to do that? I don't know. Are you kidding me? Have you seen what's going on now? But they're trying to just figure out little ways around every little dang rule so they can just get done the things that they want to get done, which aren't helping anyone, by the way. None of this is helping us. Groceries, everything costs more money. Everything is an insane amount. It's just stupid. And if you're like, I'm fine with this, you're crazy. You're 100% crazy. This is just nuts. This experiment, hey, let's mess up government, let's change it, whatever. Guess what? The other side was worse, okay? People that are like, yeah, I just want to disrupt the government. Okay, it's worse now, okay? That disrupted government where there was morals, there was empathy, there was people that had ethics. No. Right now, we're watching it and it's cool. Rich get richer. Let's screw over absolutely everybody. Let's not care about what's actually happening to the lowest person in America, the poorest, the most vulnerable people, absolutely being disenfranchised, not getting a voice anymore. We're not helping them out. And if you're going to sit there and say, why do we have to help them out? That's how it works. That's how the system works. 100%. That's why when you live in a capitalistic country, it works, because you're taxing all those people that are making all of that money. And so the whole system can work, because not every single person can go and be a CEO of a corporation and make $23 million a year. There has to be lower people. The Industrial Revolution will show you that, of there has to be this grunt workforce. And then we also, as the Industrial Revolution would have taught us, say they have rights. One, we have the Bill of Rights, which some people apparently don't think exists, but they have rights as a person to be healthy and be able to vote, so they have a voice, right? And things got created where we were like, well, poisoning the planet's not good. EPA, thank you. At the time, this is how we're going to get coal. Great. One, clean coal doesn't exist. Please stop saying that. Two, we found better ways to power stuff. Nuclear energy, leaps and bounds. I love nuclear energy. Clean energy, fantastic. If they can get that to work in a feasible manner, awesome. We should be all about that stuff. But instead, for some reason, we're going backwards. And we're just like, nah, let's get those coal miners back down those dang mines. Let's give them some of that good old decent black lung. Like, what are you talking about? What? And people are like, yeah, no one likes that woke shit. Okay, woke is being woken up to what is going on around you and not putting your head in the damn sand and thinking there isn't racism and there's no bigotry. And it's just ridiculous because there's so many things that everyone does that is woke, right? They're like, oh, my eyes have been opened. I'm now seeing what's going on here. Cool. That's woke. That's woke. You go and ask some of these people that are like, I hate all that woke agenda bullshit. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just angry people. And I don't know about you, but putting angry, racist, mostly white men in charge of everyone is a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. I don't know if any of that made sense, but man, I had to get it off my chest.